Hello, and welcome to the channel. My name's Teeter, and today we continue on with Timberborn. Last time on the channel was a doozy. We managed to get completely wiped out by... not a drought, actually. It was prior to the drought. Although the drought kind of made us burn through our resources and wiped out half of our beavers, or more than half, honestly. We went from about 60 beavers down to 15. But we're now kind of in a recovery stasis mode. We're stabilized. And we're rebounding. This is the rebounding episode. We had some lofty plans we were trying to do prior to things going south. We'll try to get back to that in this episode. Of course, we kind of need beavers to generate, so hopefully we get a bit of a population over time and can work with that. But here is where we are at. Building lacks workers 24, yeah. 54 empty beds, yeah. That about sums everything up. So we have a water pump here trying to keep the water level low. Oh yeah, hey, actually we're below this line, so now we can put this aquatic farmhouse back on. And food's important, so we'll say that it is important. We're working on producing planks so we can produce gears. Our gears are being used to finish building windmills and, more importantly, maybe, bakeries. The reason the windmills are important is because it allows us to power things when there's no water, but only if there's wind. The wind seems to be like a random dice roll thing throughout the day. But we've got a huge power center in the middle here, which I love to see. The water on the in and outside is made stronger because we levied off the middle to make the water kind of funnel and ram in between places. Double checking that our farmhouses are in working order. We can actually enable this other farmhouse as well. I think we're getting enough beavers going where we can focus on that sort of thing. Let's see. The bakeries aren't finished being made yet, so we don't have any workers there. Farmhouses are all up and running and have people there. We have some building to be done, but we have one person working at the district center to accomplish that. We'll see if that's enough. The fluid dumps are all set up around this pond in case it starts getting too low. We can make sure that it's not too low. Maybe it'll be worthwhile to put a water gauge there or something that can tell us the water height, just to kind of warn us, but that's okay. We have no foresters active, which I think might start being a problem. We have all these trees to pull from that this guy can reach maybe half of. Over here we don't have anyone gathering logs, so we don't need this forester active. And our last forester is here to take care of these. These don't look like they're being gathered, so the foresters being disabled is maybe fine. Although I'd prefer for this guy to come back online soon so we could keep getting some logs. Anyway, I'm gonna make all of the bakeries and all of the food production places a higher priority workplace just because it's important to be able to feed people. Also, I think we need to get somebody gathering maple syrup so we can consistently make these maple pastries down here. Reviewing our bakery. You get 3 maple pastries from 1 maple and 1 wheat flour. So we have quite a bit of wheat. We have a lot of wheat, actually, and we only have 1 wheat flour. I think we can manage to put another grist mill over here. Although the door situation's a little annoying. We'll manage to put it here, though. Grist mill. There we are. Little wonky setup of buildings here, but they serve the purpose. I think we can also consider making books, because we're doing all kinds of stuff with paper here. And now we have to prepare for another bad tide. Let me finish the book thought while I have it, I guess. Oh, that's a strange shaped building, but that'll have to do. Books, please. Oh, this requires metal blocks. Okay, this is not going to be done for a while. Actually, we are making metal blocks. We just don't... We have 127 made. Actually, we can't make this. Never mind. I lied. Books are just for wellness, well-being. So, they're important. But, they're fine. Maximum depth 2. Is there a reason you're not gathering water? Okay, well, we'll move you to an actual water pump, I guess, that will work with water. I think my goal was to put floodgates in here or something. But then I can't really reach them. So maybe I'll just do 2 wide floodgates everywhere. And hope that that's enough. I'm not really sure how you're supposed to, like, reach floodgates across a gap. Maybe you use suspension bridges everywhere, which is a little cumbersome. Which I can do. They only go 4 deep, though, just like this platform does. I'm not sure if that would let me even reach over there. Whatever. For the bad tide, I think I would prefer to try to route everything through this way, if possible. But I don't think I can do so without being subject to flooding. If we lower all of this, how much of this water can it support before it goes gnarly? 1.9 we will lower to 0. Let all the water come on through. I think we already know the answer to this, though, because we've seen it in practice. Most ideally, we would get the water to go over here somehow. We'd shove the water all this way somehow. Which could maybe be done if we set up floodgates here and like levees here and just had it pour into this area. But it would eventually, I think, spill over into here, which is bad. Now, this could be another area that would benefit from triple floodgates if we could just make the water go... No, I lied. We would just levee all of this off, I think. Build ourselves a big old wall. Maybe just extending this out and across this gap. Can you build on top of this blockage? I think the answer is maybe no. So instead we would do this. Frozen. Oh, hello. It went 2 layers deep. Kind of silly, but... Wait, that... Oh no, that's just a piece of rock. I was gonna say that did build across a blockage. But it didn't. I'm just seeing things. Oops. Okay, we're overcasting a bit here. I'm not even sure something like that's necessary. You could trim the corners out. do something like that. Of course, none of this can be reached by the town. We do have a path up here, though, so we could technically make our way across. I guess that means we would need a platform somewhere, or we need to get there from the other side. I think getting across here is important, actually, so maybe I will put levees or something. And just platforms. Like that. And then maybe... I don't think it's necessary to do that over here, though. Put stairs here and they can toss things off the stairs. Is this important to worry about with an approaching bad tide? I don't know. We're already in, like, recovery. Everything was destroyed mode, though, so, I'm not sure I care that much about where I'm focusing my efforts. We'll turn some water gathering back on, though, because I obviously won't be able to pump new water for 2 days or however long the bad tide is. Actually, I think this is a worthwhile effort to care about because it allows us to future-proof for more bad tides in a little bit. So yeah, I will focus my efforts on this with no regrets. I don't see any reason why we couldn't just put pathway up here. Like this. And copious amounts of stairs everywhere. I missed a path here. Wellness of 16. Even though we've hit catastrophe, we would have unlocked the iron tails. Oh, another 17. 17 is happier than ever. That's really something, if you ask me. Okay, well, unfortunately, I don't think, because this is basically full already, I don't think we can funnel all of our bad water over this way just yet. So, we're just gonna have to eat the bad tide. Which means that our trees are going to be contaminated and stuff, which is not ideal, but what can you do? One thing I have to do, I'm realizing, is I have to prevent my beavers from going across the water during the bad tide. So, at nighttime, I think we have to cut some ties to this side of the world. Can I reduce the working hours? Yep, everybody get home. Everybody get home and get safe. Everybody get home, get safe, and don't get contaminated, please. Everybody go to sleep. Everybody stop going across the... Okay. Now is the time to sever. Well, you can get across here, actually. We just have to sever the underwater connection, which is like going from over here to here. Actually, I think it's just coming from over here, basically. Well, actually coming from here, too. I think we just get rid of the stairs that are in here. Or maybe the paths between them. Although, no, I don't think that'll work, because they might just come around, and if they're like construction workers or whatever, they might just cross. So I think we have to demolish all of the stairs during the bad tide. Prevent crossing through the water. Do you have any other pathways through the water that I should be worried about? I think I got rid of most of them. This over here, but this station's paused, so they shouldn't be coming through here anyway. Oh, wait, this goes through the water. Oh, Yeah. That's a problem. Guess how else are we going to get to these water stations? I think the answer is we are not going to get to these water stations. And that's just gonna have to be okay. Or I could path to them through here, I guess. I have a vague memory of having done that before, but... Oh wait, we don't need to do that, because there's no good water to pump anymore. Because it's a bad tide for just one day, thankfully. I thought it was going to be for multiple days. I thought it was going to be for multiple days. I don't know why I thought that. Maybe because the first one was only a day. But what a difference a day makes, they say. And for good reason. Watered and healthy. Yeah, I bet. I bet it is. What's going on? You don't have any place to put bread. Oh. All these things I made. I never made storage for these various foods. Although, yes, I did. Cattail crackers. Oh yeah, I didn't make a place for bread or maple pastries. Oopsies. Yeah, that was silly of me. Oh hey, we should maybe pause this guy during the bad tide so they don't go in the water to build it. Okay, let's build some storage for food. This time I'll actually set them apart from the road so that we can actually double stack if we need to. The way we'll do that, I think it's just through a series of platforms and one staircase. Although platforms are more costly plank-wise than staircases. That's an interesting factoid. One staircase. Yeah, we'll just do multiple staircases, that's fine. Pathy, 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 pathy. I always forget you have to put a path on top of platforms. It's a little silly if you ask me. Hey, wait, don't I have a grist mill that makes... Yeah, wheat flour. Where's my wheat flour coming from? Oh, duh, right across the street. Okay, you could be the cattail guy, because who cares? You could be another wheat flour guy. And we'll make these of higher importance so that workers work here to fuel these. Alright, we have a lot of, look at all this. Died of old age, born, grew up, born. There's a lot of movement happening. The bad tide is over. We can fix all of our stuff now. Hooray. Let's get that good water flowing through then. Flush everything out. Same with you, get it going. Flush everything. Flush it. Look at that purging of the red water. It looks so nice. We'll let things run at full steam, I guess, for a little while. Alright, production-wise, what are we looking at? The 127 metal, 37 planks. 26 gears. Guess we can finish up these things then. What other things am I making that require gears? Some storage. For antidotes. Not the most crucial thing. Water storage is pretty crucial, actually. 20, 40, 60 gears. What else? This should be my highest priority thing that uses gears. Printing press is just for fun. Food is important. But cattail flour is not that important to me. We made 6 warehouses, I think mostly for the 2 types of flour foods, which were bread. Do 2 things of bread. And also the maple pastries, I think. Which actually, I think at this building should be for maple pastries. My bad. Maple pastries. And then the middle should be for the cattail crackers. We already have a spot for cattail crackers, so maybe I'm mistaken. Oh, we're also out of berries. I guess it doesn't matter to me that much. We do have a surplus of berries over here we could get to, I guess. We just... Wait, I have a gatherer over here already. Yeah, screw it. We'll turn this on. Refill our berry stock for now. 31. We've now doubled our population since the Great... whatever you'd call it. Supply goods to other warehouses. Yeah, do we have any haulers? No. Only have 2 builders. We're not exactly returned to our former glory, unfortunately. But I can pause some of the water pumping stations in a little bit. Oh yeah, I also can restore the underwater transportation that I destroyed everywhere. We can do that. We can do this, this, that wasn't it. This, and this. And those builders I don't have can get to building. All of our bakeries are going to town, making food. We have a ton of food supplies and a ton of food, so maybe I don't need to prioritize that. We have 260 cattail crackers, 190 bread, 20 maple pastries. Bread guy just doesn't have anywhere to put the bread, I guess. We'll pause making cattail crackers, I guess. I have a decent amount of maple syrup. We also have tons of pine resin, which means that we can maybe start making a wood builder, although we aren't exactly discovering stuff. We can afford an observatory now, but the observatory needs to be powered, so I guess we'd have to slap it over here. Which I think would be okay. 80 planks and 30 gears. Pretty heavy, but so is most stuff that we're doing. Oh, and I don't have the science points for it, that's right. Because we're not gaining science points. A lot of moving parts on this map. A lot of them. Except for this, because, can't reach it, I guess. We haven't been doing any of this. Requires logs more than planks. It is connected. We just don't really have a lot of builders. What are our current builders working on? We won't know until morning. Also, I need to extend their workday to 16 hours. Silly me. And I've given everyone days off ever since the... whatever it was. The badtide or the drought. guess I'll start setting some build priorities since we're kind of strewn about. I think stairs, first and foremost, everywhere are the most important, just to increase our mobility, including but not limited to all of these stairs. Connecting this many stairs upward makes me yearn for zipline and stuff. And then yeah, I think we can only do floodgates 2 wide over here unless I start putting suspension bridges across. Actually, that's what I should do. I should make suspension bridges across and then put floodgates to match. So I guess behind this would work. Too far and can't be reached. Yeah, well, you know. But this one's fine. Riddle me that. Wait, can you actually path across? And get on there? Can't tell. And then this will have to be from these trees, which I thought I marked to demolish, but maybe I didn't. And we'll make that a high priority demolition, of course. So that I can plant suspension, or put a suspension bridge here. And then that way we can start mapping out several floodgates wide for things. I'm just gonna say that will work. It keeps freezing on me. My triple floodgate. Boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say wayo. Oh wait, I guess I should have left those intact. Oopsies. Oh well. And we levy. I do think I want these to be dams, but... no buts. I do. Weird times. In the beaver area. 38 adult beavers, 9 children. More than 1,000 water, more than 1,000 food. Copious amounts of resources to work with. Most limiting resources are spatter docks because they keep getting flooded, and maple syrup because no one's gathering it. Just kidding, someone is gathering it. My mistake. I guess you should prioritize maple syrup though, because we have copious amounts of pine resin and nothing to do with them. Are we chopping down trees right now in this area? Looks like maybe no. So we should reduce the importance of this. Priority, whatever of that. I would like to get a builder shack up and running if I don't already have one going. I do have one going, okay. Are either of these going? We should probably lower the priority of both of those. Okay, let's review what everyone's doing for like the millionth time. 2, 1, 1, 0. 4 at the builder's hut, 4 at the district center. All of our farmhouses are maxed out. No one is wasting water. We have a forester out here. Who's gathering wood? What's that called? Lumberjack flag? 1 beaver. Maybe we can bump this to 2 beavers. Is there another lumberjack flag out here? Is this the one I had in mind? I think I'm thinking of this one. Raise the priority on this then. Oh yeah, I guess I can tell from their distances away which areas they're in. Okay, so we got some wood coming in. Paper mill's not being worked. That's okay. Paper mill should probably be a higher priority than the printing press. We'll reduce priority of the printing press, even though it's not built yet. And this is the construction priority? Yeah. Another bad tide, huh? 2 in a row is crazy. Hopefully this one's just as short as the last one. Gatherer gear workshops are both up and running. That's good. 2 of our grills are working. Oh no, 1 of our grills. The grilled chestnut grill. Or the grilled potato grill. 2 of our grist mills are producing wheat flour. I guess 1 of them could produce cattail flour if we have the resources to do so. Do I have a lot of cattails? Where am I looking for those? Batter dock. Oh yeah, cattail roots. Okay, I guess I should be making more cattail flour then. Let's turn that on, I guess. I have storage that doesn't have a path. Tragic. Okay. A lot of construction projects. We're running out of wood. We're running out of wood, which means we're running out of planks, which means we're running out of everything. Okay, well we turn up the importance of these, I guess. Yeah, we're getting back up to full workforce, which is nice to see. Very nice to see. Topped off on berries. That's starting to tell me we probably don't need this gatherer to be gathering. Instead, turn on that other gatherer. The berries are just kind of a backup, so having those almost full is not too necessary. Oh hey, this dried out. That's bad. It's very bad. They dry out very quickly as well. Not sure how that happened. Go ahead and increase the priorities on these. Get them built and running. I hope. Of course, I'm choosing to do that overnight, which is bad. People are happy. That's great. Oh yeah, hey, I need to get rid of the paths through the water again. You know, the ones that we just rebuilt. Teehee. Yeah, like this one. One, two, three. Is anyone in here currently? They're about to be. I guess I'll scrap this again. As long as nobody is stranded, that should be fine. All of our power is up and running. That's exciting to see. We're also almost filled up on water, which is surprising to me. We'll make this a higher priority thing to build then with our planks and gears. Then we're out of planks. And then we need to start turning on our lumberjack flags. Maybe I'll just turn all of them on again. We have a lot of beavers. Turn them all on, make them neutral or higher priority. We can just make them all high priority for now, I guess. Anywhere I have workers that I don't really care about? Honestly, we probably don't need as many water pumps going as we have. Especially now that the bad water cycle is about to start. So the ones that are far away, I guess I'll pause. Get more workers doing things. seems like the common thread is that I need more planks and stuff at all times. We also just need more wood. So, should I build another lumber mill and gear thing? Hard to say. That tide lasts for 2 days. Sorry, I'm trying to think of how to maintain a certain height of water in here. I think the real answer would be to just not... Actually, you know what? I could put these pumps on here, and then they would just pump whenever it's not full. Maybe that's the real answer? Especially because we're not planting here anymore. Let's do that. Of all the things I could be focusing on, this is maybe not the most important, but that's okay. Give me some stairs. Give me some fluid dumps. Is it because it's over crops I can't do this? Too close to crops, maybe? Do you have to be too high? That seems a bit silly. I could forfeit the crops that are here in favor of that. That's what the problem really is. Of course, we'll make it the highest priority to get rid of that. Oh, the bad tide already started. Oops, I wasn't paying attention. I didn't route any of my water or whatever. That's fine. I think the water routing's most important for droughts. I think I did know that the bad water thing was going on. I just kind of forgot. Yeah, get these out of here. Yeah. So now can I put a bad water or a water fluid dump here? Yes, so it was the crops getting in the way. That is wild to me. So here we go. I'll take a small water source here. Obtained from other warehouses. That way it's full most of the time. And then these I think can be gotten rid of. Well, once those are built, I guess we'll just move them over. And then I shouldn't need a pump here anymore. Gotta get rid of all this stuff near the water. Nothing to do in range. Who are you? A lumberjack? What are you looking at? What are you supposed to be lumberjacking? I don't know. Relic of a past era, I'm thinking. I don't remember. I don't remember what that's for. So. Be gone. Better storage options or whatever here. We don't need this in the water anymore either. I remember saying multiple episodes ago that we would just demolish all of this when the time came. Can someone gather this though? Before I get rid of the roads. Who's gonna do it? Oh, 1, 2, thank you. Buckle my shoe. Guy's full up on paper and has nothing to do. Congratulations, you've become a lower priority workplace. Planks, gears, metal blocks. We're limited on planks. Okay, it's official. We need another lumber mill or two. Oops. wanted the doors all facing the same way. More lumber mills. Also, I guess we ought to pump more water. We need a path across this area. It's driving me crazy. Can 2 suspension bridges cross this? I don't know how wide it is. Four, 5. Brutal. 4. Oh, hey, wait, this would work. We just shift this pump over 1? That's fine by me. Get rid of this path thing. Water, pump. Path. The only reason it's too far is because this doesn't actually lead anywhere. These are red herring pathways that I would like to get rid of because I don't like being misled by myself. And sure, the resources are important to come get, and we can't reach them, but I don't care. Watch how much I don't care. Delete rubble. Okay. So this will all get remedied. And actually that means we don't need this goofy path all the way through here, which is good, because now we don't need to go into the water anymore, which again is good. This weird temporary roundabout measure we had is over. But also we can put more pumps around here and stuff if we need to. We're working on our we're working on our science buildings again, thank goodness. Once we get 1,000, we're putting an observatory somewhere. Somewhere that's powered, maybe over here. Put a couple along the water. And actually, if I want to butt that up against this windmill, we could put some platforms down. That's not a platform. These are. How big is an observatory? 3x3? Where is it? Science observatory. Yeah, okay, so 3. Frozen again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I would need another platform there if I'm going to have 3 of them in a row, which I could. Which I very well could. Okay, we need more planks, so if we could get these... Oh, I want the construction site boosted. How are things? We have 500 carrots again, that didn't take very long. Maxed out on wheat. Maxed out on cattails. I mean, we could store more cattails, I guess. Oh yeah, the bread needs planks for its stairs. Silly goose. Where am I storing cattails? Just in here? Yeah, we could boost that, I guess. How would we do that, though, is the question? Answer? I don't know. Just slap another storage piece down. Who cares? Who cares? Just more food. More cattails means more cattail flour, which I am also maxed out on. Oh no, that's wheat. I'm looking at wheat, sorry. Cattails. I guess I don't have cattail flour. Oh yeah, because one of our bakeries is... Or one of our grist mills is, not doing that. Yeah, let's prioritize this construction site too. Now that we have gears aplenty. 137 gears. Golly. What are our builders looking like? Got 8 builders on the scene, plus our what's that called? City center or whatever. District center, yeah. 12 builders. And it's morning, so they should just come here and be building. Oh hey, we're officially done. That's why we had that one lumberjack flag there, because these trees were here. We can officially get rid of the trees. Good day. Okay. So now, this will get built. Someone will start making cattail flour stuff. There's so much going on. I love it. I guess I wouldn't mind for all of this to be prioritized. Really not that much building, so it should be over pretty quick. Pretty quickly, whatever. I think these are pretty crucial. What's kind of like less crucial? What am I doing? Oh yeah, this stuff. I just kind of want everything to get done. Like, we've been looking at these things forever. Oh wait, they're working on them. Okay, cool. Well, in each case, the suspension bridge is the thing that's the most important so that they can even get to the rest of it to work on. So when it comes to priorities, suspension bridge, and then the rest of these should be high, 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 high. Then what's going on over here? It's floodgate. I think this floodgate can come up quite a bit. What did we say before? It was like 195 was the magic number? Or something. And this was 1.4. Let's match it. 1.95. 2 injured beavers. 3 unconnected buildings. Yeah, look at that. I let all my oak trees and stuff dry out. Oops. Oh, they got contaminated. Well, hopefully this guy, fixes all the trees. All these ones that are dead can just be cut anyway. Dead wood. Contaminated wood is still wood. And I guess he's not going to replace them because they're all just cuttable wood. I guess I could put even more lumberjack flags out in this area. Especially along this road where things won't actually grow. Is this able to be built over? Oh, it sure is. Okay, well. You caught me. Here's 139, planks 1. Why? Why? Because we're using all of our planks, that's why. All these little warnings are kind of concerning, but I know why they're here. And why they're here is not concerning. Waiting for planks. Yes. I think that means we pause the gear warehouses for now, because they're just taking all the planks. So running surprisingly low on water, of all things. And I have 5 water pumps going. We have over 1,000 science. Red alert. We can build observatories. How much pine resin do I have? More than 10, I hope. 250. Oh, that'll do it. And the limiting resource will be, you guessed it, planks. Oh, I literally can't place it against the windmill. Tragic. I can place it one away from a windmill, though. And I honestly think that these can be lower priority. Where are the inventors? Down here. These are pegged to be low priority workplaces as well. Oops, I'm forgetting what hotkeys I have for stuff. Shift V, Shift V. Okay. This only needs gears to be built. And it will finally accept our antidote from our herbalist. These are all built, so that means that these can be destroyed. And I guess so too can the road between everything. But we will say to gather all of the resources, because we are strapped for resources at all times. And once that happens, I will get rid of the roads. Unless they can they gather all these even? Yeah. Okay, you're doing great. 85 beavers, we are thriving, and that's why we're out of water. Oh, that makes sense. Well, that means that we really need to get what's going on down here underway then. You there. Close. Actually, we need to get what's going on down here underway. This is the big ticket item. I want to block off this and then have the water get pumped from here. What's the depth on the major fluid pumper? 4? Okay, we need treated planks next. The big treat. For now, though, we'll just keep pumping a bunch of water from over here using basic pumps. Really, that's enough. Because water seems to be our limiting resource now. How am I gonna get to build across here? I guess I can make my own staircase. As cumbersome as it is. Oh shoot, I was one over. Stairs, stairs, stairs. Path. Stairs. Path. Path. Okay, there's a drought coming literally right now, so we need to retain water. We need to retain water. So step 1, cap this. Simultaneously cap this. and simultaneously cap this. And any of these that are completed. Those are completed. These are about to be completed. These are not completed. So we'll cause a little bit of flooding, I think. In here. Maybe not. Those are already capped. Yeah. The water's shut off back here. How do I not see? How do I change what water I see? Oh, T. I think maybe I don't need all three of these running. We'll see how desperate and dramatic it gets. I think we need to finally make a Lido and stuff, especially now that this water's getting so high over here. It won't be getting any higher than it is, I guess. It'd be nice if it could, but I don't think it can over here. I can maybe put the Lidos and stuff over here. A little out of the way, though, that way. Wait, we're already built up here. Okay, hold on. Let's prepare for the next bad tide. I think that's the most ideal thing to do, would be to prepare for that. So that means I want... What does it mean? I don't know. Floodgates or something? Over here. So let me build a suspension bridge somewhere in here. Wish I could invest in the longer suspension bridges, but it'll just have to be the way that it be. The goal is basically to route the water through here somehow. So if I mark these resources to be cleared out, we'll have like this entire area to work with. Well, actually, how many of these can I clear out myself with pathing? That's an important thing to find out. Looks like none. Oh, that's annoying. Well. Can't really get across this log pile very easily, can I? Do these connect at all? No. You can see that here. Can I make a 2 deep suspension bridge? You know what? Let's do it. Oh, but this doesn't connect to the damn path. Really? It has to be... Okay, that's a waste of science points then. 150, and I can't afford it. Well, it's not even... It's where it connects, that's the problem. Okay, cool. Cool. I just want a path across this, Mang. Is that so much to ask for? I mean, I could just put levees here, I guess. Nah, that'd be a bad idea. Some dam pieces then. I don't know. Double platform, triple platform, whatever. I just want a path across so that I can maybe harvest this wood and put it somewhere that's like right here, you know? Pathing right here would be perfect, actually. So... to figure out how to accomplish that. I mean, I could platform, put the double wide bridge there, whatever. Just cumbersome to do that. Connect. Platform. Stairs. Oh my God, please. What a mess, dude. Look at this weird twisting path going everywhere. But that's what has to be done, I guess. Trying to think of if there's a better way to do all that, but I guess not. Oh well. What's our building looking like? What is our building overall looking like? We're building this thing. We're not building those. What watery projects do we have? Oh, all this. And this I just kind of put into place. Wires planks. We have no planks. During a drought, we probably will continue to have no planks. Unless there's wind blowing. Of all the things we're doing... Oh yeah, all these things are higher priority too. Well, so is all this. As far as I'm concerned. Because I want to be able to get across here and put a lumberjack flag down. We can do something about this nonsense. Frozen again. Lumberjack flags don't work upstairs, it would seem. Oh, wait. Shoot. Never mind, this doesn't connect. Golly, I still need that there, though, so... We'll have to... path around and up this way. And then we'll have to put a lumberjack flag down. That does go up there. Okay, that's actually good. And then hopefully as we build like levees and stuff, we can just like walk across. Maybe I'll put a dam or levee or whatever in front of this and then use that as a walkway. Silly as that may be. Something to do. 82 adult beavers. Nothing to do in range. Who are you? Yeah, you know why. As I didn't tell you to cut all these trees. Cut all the trees. Cut all of the trees. And you can put them over here. Where are you going? Oh, I always ask that at day's end. It's the end of the day. They're going home. They're idling. They're doing stuff. I'm just gonna want to see what his pathing is in the morning. He goes off to work for the day. Cuts a tree. He brings it home. He cuts a tree. I'll have to check on him once this is full. Oh, it's being pulled from and built with. That's funny. I guess I'll just keep bringing it here then. So they're building through here. Once this is built, then what? I want to build a bunch of levees. Again. Again. Mostly just so we can walk across them. As silly as that is. But then I want to make another row of like floodgates and stuff. Can I build levees under a suspension bridge too? Not really. These will work though. So if I just here do this. Actually, wait. Oh no, I looked at it backwards. How high do I want my suspension bridges to be here? I basically want to block the water so that it has to come, like... I want it to come through here, honestly. I I want to come through there at a moment's notice. Which I guess means we would put levees along here. And then just kind of like funnel things that way. Which I guess will be easier to see once this is all cleared out. So this is where we'll start in the next episode. I'm just noticing the time. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy content like this, please feel free to check out the rest of the content on my channel, as well as checking out our Twitch and YouTube streams where we play games like Timberborn and many others all the time. I'm going to let this process between videos, and we'll probably be through this drought, but next time we'll start right here. I thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I hope you take care. Bye now.